Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today I managed to dig out a set of doors out of my spares. Like I mentioned before, the Mini actually did come pretty much complete. I still got to collect a few bits and pieces off Pete, but majority of the car is there. There's serviceable bits that obviously we're going to have to replace, but within my original budget of including buying the car and getting the car to a paint stage, so that is the body solid and a paint stage, I just want to reiterate that £1,500 is my budget. So I'm going to get a board put up in the garage, we'll put the cost of the car and then our spends as we go down. The car came with a set of doors. It came with all the panels. You see it's got the boot lid and the bonnet if you watched the previous episode, but the doors weren't in the shot or in the frame. The doors went away basically and got put away into my storage, and I dragged another set of doors out. Like I mentioned, this car is going to get built out of spares and on a budget, but we're going to try and do it properly. So I've merely swapped the set of doors for a better set of doors, and yeah, these doors still need a good deal of repair. They need bottoms and skins. I might get away with just the bottom on one of the doors if I can repair the other one. When I did my mini sidewalk, I used the Magnum repair panel. That went really well. It's just a case of not fully welding it straight away, seam welding, because you get too much heat in it, you're going to bend the frame. You bend the frame, you're never going to fit your skin to it. So I'll show you now. The doors are just up in front of the car now, and we'll get them fitted and see how they go. Right, so that being said, let's have a look at them. Right, any of you eagle-eyed viewers out there will realise or could gather these are a set of blaze orange doors. So off probably the same year of car, or in a few years of what this Clubman actually is. This is the passenger door. I mean, the skin itself doesn't look too bad, but it's completely gone on the bottom. In fact, it's come away completely from that, completely snapped off. So we'll be putting a bottom in this door. Whether I make that bit or not, or depending on the cost, if I can get hold of a cheap panel, I'll put a bottom in it. I put a Magnum bottom in my sidewalk, and that didn't go too badly, to be quite fair. So that's the passenger door. Sorry about the light there. Moving on to the driver's door. This one's not too bad. There's a bit of a hole here which has pulled the skin away, and it's not as bad, but I think both are going to require a bottom, if not this lip replacing or repairing. My driver's door on the sidewalk, I repaired a slight part of the lip. The passenger one had a full bottom in it, so they aren't in too bad a shape at all. And again, this one doesn't look like it's been apart. Right, with that being said, let's trial fit them to the car and see how they fit. Obviously they're going to get the bottoms put in, and obviously you're going to get skins, but I've not seen a set of doors on this car yet. Like I say, the car did come with some doors, but they just weren't fitted, and I'm not going to. I'm hoping that I'm just going to grease up all the hinges on these to see if they move, find some nuts for them, and let's fit them on, see how they look. Well, that took a little bit longer than we thought, but I have to say, yes, the doors need skinning, and yes, they both need bottom repairs, but they actually fit pretty well. The whole geometry of how the door's going to sit is going to change, because we've got both A panels to do and obviously those door repairs to do, so it's going to change quite a bit. I'll show you now the car and sort of see where we're at. One door came with a latch on it, so it's actually closing and locking as it should, so I can see how the shut line is going to be and if the door fits nice in the aperture. The other one, for some reason, hasn't got the latch on it, so I might have to go and dig out on my spares and find one of them as well, so I can close both properly and see how this sit nice. Definitely will be doing that when I do the skins. But yeah, for now we've got some doors on it anyway, and yeah, I'll show you where we're at with this now. Right, so starting on the driver's side, we've got an okay gap down there. It's a bit bigger at the top, but going down it's pretty good. it all lines pretty much up there with that swage line. It's not bad at all, that, considering it is sort of basically just sat in space, and it clears really nicely, so I'm quite chuffed with that. This is the one I said missing its door latch there, so I can't really see if it's sitting nice height wise, but I'm quite chuffed at that. Like I say, it's all going. Right, so now onto the passenger side. We've actually got a really good line all the way down there, but it's all irrelevant, like I mentioned, because it's going. And this one's got a latch on it. So, I know many of you that have played with minis and mucked around with minis will know, when I first tried to fit this door, it wasn't fitting. It almost like it wasn't meant to sit in the aperture. There's loads of adjustment in these. Just unscrew these, just nick them off, and you can tap this with a hammer if it's a bit stiff, because there's some sealant normally around there from factory. This doesn't appear to have moved, ever. So I had to loosen it, and then just give it a gentle tap and inwards, and you can go everywhere with it. So don't be worrying straight away if your doors don't fit. You've got loads of adjustment in there, and it helps you line up with the two swage lines on the Mini. So I'll just close this one again. So not too shabby. So that's that side with a door as well. Right guys, thanks for watching. Not really a lot happened in this video, but I've shown that I've dug out a set of doors and it's not cost anything. That's something I already had, and I merely swapped a set of doors that I got with the car for a better set. I appreciate, with some of the things I'll be doing, as I said, the car's going to be built out of raided spares basically from my own collection and on a budget. So I appreciate that not everyone's going to have this if they're first getting into cars, but just to reiterate, the main aim of this is to include in the purchase price of the car, paint it and do the welding. I want to try and come in at around £1,500. £1,500 is my budget after a painted, restored shell ready for assembly. So I just want to reiterate that. Going on from that, the doors themselves actually, I think back in the summer, if you follow me on my Instagram page, you will have seen this. The doors actually came from an antique store. Very odd, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, because the whole point of this project is to try and do this yourself, and things come up all over the place. Don't sit there going, wow, heritage door is £500, how am I going to get this car done on a budget? Don't have to buy a heritage door. Look about, you've got all your auction sites online, so you've got your eBay to begin with that. You've got things like Gumtree and things like that. You have got so many sites online that you can actually look for spares, not to mention get yourself along to some shows. That is a good place to look for spares. So thank you for watching. This is just a quick video to show that, yeah, they've got some doors on, they fit quite well, and the repairs that they need. Obviously those repairs that they need is going to be into our budget, because we're going to have to buy panels. From experience, they're going to need to be heritage panels. So I've tried fitting pattern or sort of a budget door skin, and they're just not that good. The steel's not very good either. So they're going to have to be heritage, unfortunately. So obviously the rest of the car we're sort of doing on a budget. So when I looked around the car originally, we had the wing, the quarter and the doors. They're the three biggies really on this car that are going to eat the budget. So let's see how we get on. Thanks you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you haven't already and you're really interested in this build and in this series, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a good thumbs up, because this is going to take obviously a while to do. We're doing it in my spare time, and we're going to search for panels and parts, so it's going to take time in that respect as well. So if there's anything you guys want to know, please give me a shout, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye bye.